Good evening, guys. Matt Dunford from Conscious Conversation here, bringing you today to a chat around sobriety. So I wanted to talk to you about why you do this, why we decide to get sober. Is it for us? Is it for our son? Is it for our mother? Is it for our friends? Is it for our partner, whether that's a boyfriend or a girlfriend? I wanted to bring the message to you that the reason why you get sober is for you and you alone. Now, the key point here, guys, about this video and about what I'm about to talk about is that after this video, I really want you to go away with a different view, really, on the way you look at this, okay? So consciously thinking about why giving up drinking is always going to come back to you, because it is, no matter what or who or what you're giving up drinking for, okay? So the objective of this whole conversation really is to open your mind to different reasons and a different way of thinking. So let's jump straight into it. Now, I've got a buddy of mine who is a bit of a drinker, okay? He is struggling with knocking the booze. Now, I'm sure a lot of you know how that feels like. For those of you who don't know me, I struggled for years on and off of booze, and I could never find the minerals. I could never find the consciousness or the pathway to giving up drinking. Now, I managed to do it through my son, finding out my son was being born. But it was the catalyst for me giving up drinking. It was the knock or the push over the edge that I needed to wake up. But it was never, and I've found out since, it's not the reason why I continue to give up drinking or to not drink. And I realised that it's actually not the reason I gave up drinking in the end. Now, I'll explain why. Now, at this point, it may not be something or a way that you think about it, but the reason you want to give up drinking is because it might be affecting others, okay? You may be looking at other people's journeys and comparing it to yours, but this is deeper, okay? It runs a lot deeper. Giving up for other people is not sustainable. Let's just get that straight away. So for people that have got friends or family or kids or whatever it might be, that you think, I need to give up for them, that's fine, and it's a good reason to start. But the reality is that it's not sustainable, okay? Giving up through wanting to give up for other people, okay, is you'll kind of lose your sense of identity by trying to do something so large you don't really want to do, but you feel that you should do it for someone else. It's almost like you're looking through it, or you are in a codependent relationship, so a loss of identity type of situation going on, and you will still want to drink. Of course, when you give up for yourself, you still want to drink, but afterwards, because you're not really giving up for the right reasons. And honestly, the right reason is for you. So having this mindset that it's for someone else, or it should be for someone else, is not right. It's not right. We don't do it for anyone else. We do it for ourselves. We are the most important person. You will end up in a life of resentment if you do a huge amount of things or a big thing for someone else when you don't really want to do it. It will be 10 times as hard if you're not going to do it for someone else, if you're going to do it for someone else and not yourself. Now, people that have given up drinking, they did it for someone else. They actually realised that it was the catalyst for them giving up. For example, with me, it was my son that sort of made me realise the error of my ways. And it was just enough to push me over the edge, But unless you do it for yourself, you really are a prisoner in that in that room that you lock yourself in, you're not doing it for you, you're doing it for others. It's like giving up smoking. You're going to give up smoking because your girlfriend gave up smoking. You don't really want to, but you're going to give up smoking for someone else. That doesn't really work. You've got to be wanting to do it for yourself. Okay, so using others as an excuse or a way to give up drinking really doesn't work. If you're giving up for yourself, the reasons for doing it are exactly the same. Okay, the only thing is the reasons you're doing it are for you, they're not for other people. So you want to be a good role model, okay, for your kid. So it's you wanting to be a good role model. It's not anything other than that. You want health for other people. You want to be around, but wanting that health is for you. Okay, so you want freedom. Freedom from having that monkey on your back, asking you to get that drink, begging you to go back to the supermarket to get a bottle of wine. You want that freedom for yourself, not for anyone else. That freedom for yourself. You want happiness for yourself, not for anybody else. I mean, obviously you want happiness for everybody else, but if you want happiness for everybody else, we'd assume that you want happiness for yourself, okay? You want to be respected by other people, by your family, by your girlfriend, by your daughter, by your son. But to want respect from others means that you want respect for yourself, okay? More understanding or being able to quash your inner demons. Okay, so that's a need or want, a desire for yourself, not for other people. Okay, you want to help others, so inspire others. I know that once, like after giving up drinking and realizing after the journey that it's something that I wanted to do for myself at the time, but now looking back upon reflection, I know that I want to help others, knowing now that I have that strength in me and understanding of how it works. You want to live longer. Fuck, guys, we get one life. One life. You want to live as long, as healthy as possible. Yeah, who else is that for? Obviously, it's for, you know, if you love others. The whole point of wanting to do it for someone else is because you love them. So again, you're doing it for you. It all boils back to you, okay? Don't get it mixed up, thinking that you're doing it through others. It's always through you anyway. You know, you want to meet the right woman or the right man, which is why you might give up drinking. Okay, but again, that's for yourself. You might want to do it for them, but it's for yourself because you want to meet them. You want love. Everybody wants love, man. No one doesn't want love. You want acceptance. This is all what you want. So giving up drinking gives you all this, and it gives you a deeper understanding. That self-love and self-respect that you get when you give up drinking is enormous. You know, we're powerless when we are a slave to that bottle. You want power, you want control, you want to gain that control, and fuck, you do not want regret. That's the one thing you don't want. You don't want regret, regardless. When you look back, I don't regret my journey so far because it's made me into the person I am. And I've got that self-respect now. At the time, I thought I was doing it because I wanted to be a better dad. But the same reason is I'm doing it because I want to be a better dad. So it's all going back to me. You know, so I mean, the value of this is that a person who benefits most out of this is you. Obviously other people benefit. Mothers that watch their children, because you are, whether you're 40, 50 or 60, parents still watching you, slave to the bottle. They're watching you drink yourself silly, or every time they go down there's a bottle on the table. They know. They don't want that, okay? You know, if you have a family, etc., of course it will benefit them. Of course it will benefit them. You know, look at the self-satisfaction and self-love that you'll gain by being the real you. I mean, you will be the real you if you manage to go without alcohol long enough, you'll get to know the real you, and you will get a lot of this. You will understand it. It doesn't take long before you grasp that. You know, if you have a family, etc., all the above still applies. Health, happiness, real inner respect, real inner self-love, total freedom after a little while. You know, you get that freedom. Your ability to understand who you really are will start to shine through at any moment. Okay, it starts to shine through. You have realizations. And you are not your true self when you are drinking. Your consciousness is inhibited. You get freedom, happiness, inner love is waiting. It is waiting for you. You know, the tools to be able to do this, guys, that will help you, that will clarify the mind to get you to a point where you can see that it is you, is eating well. You know, just a few tools to be able to get you to that point are eating well. Okay, so if you're also eating crap food and not fucking exercising, not getting out into nature, all these things are going to be clouding why your mind isn't prepared or getting into. Read about this. Look at videos. Eat well. Eat a plant-based diet if you can. Okay, eating meat and dairy is low frequency. Eating plants, vegetables, fruit keeps you light, keeps you energetic. You know, there's a lethargy by consuming animal products. Eat well, exercise, go for walks, get into nature, breathe. Look at the Wim Hof method. Reset your central nervous system. Tell your friends that you want to stop drinking. Get some support. These are all tools, guys, that will help you. You know, join Alcoholics Anonymous. Fuck it. This at the end of the day. So what? Swallow that damn pride. It is for you that you're doing this. Invest in a new friend. You know, someone that you know that doesn't drink, or that might be a little bit straight. You always looked at and thought, they're a bit boring. Spend some time with them. Get to know them a bit. And another thing is meditation. Now, I don't know if anybody's ever tried this. I'm sure some of you have. But meditation is an extremely strong tool. And, you know, when you think of meditate, you think, oh, God, you know, this big thing that you got to do and sit there with your legs crossed and stick your fingers in the air and It's not like that at all. There is an amazing woman online called Nicole LePera, and she's called the Holistic Psychologist. Look her up. Some of the stuff she's doing is out of this world, and it gives you an insight into how your mind works. We're running on programs, guys. We're running on conditioning. We're running on past trauma. If you just look into it, eat well, exercise, get into nature, breathe, spend some time on your own when there's no alcohol around, you will get clarity, and you will realize that you do not give up drinking for anyone else other than yourself. Like I said, I'll summarize this whole thing. I thought that I was giving up drinking for my son, and I see it every day. I think about it every day. There's not a day that goes past that I don't. I do it for him, but not as much as I do it for myself. All self-happiness comes from yourself. I don't know if this has been in any help. I hope it has. And if it is, please share. Please comment, guys, if I can, if I can help shed some light or clarify anything in this video that you've heard that you don't quite understand. I'm happy to give you my private details, and we can have a chat on the phone, or you answer comments in the questions below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'm pretty new at this stuff, so I'm going to be trying to upload more and more and more, because I'm dedicated to being able to help people and maybe try and clarify some stuff around the consciousness that's involved around grasping control over the mind to be able to give this up. It's not willpower, guys. It's consciousness. Thank you for watching. I'm out. Speak to you next time.